Good day. This is Wayne Albright, and I'm returning to the channel to continue my Phillies Best 8 Teams tournament, double elimination tournament. These teams are from 1970 through 2024. Figured I'd get on this afternoon after a few summer-like days. It's turned colder, and got the itch to play some baseball on the computer, and I will continue with Game 4 in this game between the Phillies of 1980 and the Phillies of 2011. So, you can see on the chart here on the screen, the 1980 Phillies, 91 and 71. They won the World Series against Kansas City that year. Against the 2011 Phillies, 102 wins, 60 losses. And they were the National League champions, and they lost in the division series to the St. Louis Cardinals. They had the best record in Major League Baseball that year and finished in the first round, disappointingly, against the Cardinals that year. So see if they have better luck in this tournament. They are seeded number 1 in this tournament out of the 8 teams. I rated them on, or ranked them on winning percentage. I did put the World Series team in 8th. They were 9th on the list. 2009, I think, was ahead of them, but since they won the World Series, they got to jump into this tournament. So you can see we're on Game 4. We've already had 3 games so far. 2 really non-competitive games, and a third one, the 1976-2024 game, was a competitive game. And I believe for the third time in this tournament, we're going to have a version of Steve Carlton pitching, and that will be for the 1980 Phillies. And the 2011 Phillies will have Roy Halladay, and he pitched for the 2010 version of the Phillies that lost in 1993. So let's go out to the program. I've already gone past the introduction screen, and we're right into the ballpark here. We're at Citizens Bank Park for Game 4 of this tournament. As you can see on the screen, the home team is the 2011 Phillies, and the road team is the 1980 Phillies, seeded 8th. The defensive alignment for the 2011 Phillies in this game: Raul Ibanez will play left field, Shane Victorino in center, Hunter Pence in right, Placido Polanco will play third base, Jimmy Rollins will play short, Chase Utley at second, Ryan Howard at first, and Carlos Ruiz will catch. Roy Halladay, the right-hander, he was 19 and 6 in 2011 with a 2.35 ERA. He will face this lineup of 1980 Phillies: Pete Rose leading off and playing first base, batting second, Manny Trio, the second baseman. Mike Schmidt, the third baseman, bats third. Greg Lazinski will be the designated hitter and bat fourth. Gary Maddox plays center field and bats fifth. The right fielder, Bake McBride, will bat 6th. Lonnie Smith will bat 7th and play left field. Bob Boone will catch and bat 8th, and Larry Boa will play shortstop and bat 9th. This is part of the, what I would call, the dynasty of the Phillies from the mid-70s, approximately 76, into the 80s, around 1983, where they had a large part of these players play in those years together. So Carlton had some good seasons during then, and this was one of his best, as he won the Cy Young in 1980. So here we go. We will start this game. 1-pitch mode. I'm using the designated hitter for all of this tournament. 1-pitch mode, and I will be controlling the defenses and substitutions, and the computer will handle the rest. So let's get started here with Roy Halladay facing Pete Rose to lead off. The 2011 team will wear white, and the road team looks like is that wearing light blue tops. Okay, with gray pants. So here we go. Let's get this thing started. We'll have a fly in and then we'll get this started. 2-1 pitch awaits Pete Rose here in Game 4 of this tournament. Round number 1 will conclude after this game. And that's lined up the middle, and there's a base hit for Rose, and he will start this game off with a single and lead off first base. The teams of the 21st century have not handled the tournament very well. 2008 has lost, 2010 has lost, and 2024 has lost. So now it's 2011's turn, and it will be Trio batting next. He batted .292, 7 home runs, 43 RBIs. Pete Rose will lead off first, and Ryan Howard will hold him. All right, let me put this there. Okay, let me get organized here. Okay. And a 1-strike pitch, ground ball to short. Rollins over to Utley, and that will be a fielder's choice. Takes out Rose at second, and that's the first out. So 1 out. And here's Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt in 1980. 48 home runs, 121 RBIs, 286 batting average. Some of these stats on here are wrong. So, oh, hush. Nailer's bark. My dog Nailer's barking. I don't know what. So here we go. Trio held on at first by Howard. 1 ball, 2-strike pitch to Schmidt. Struck him out. Holliday gets his first strikeout on a sinker. And that's the second out here in the first. Greg Luzinski steps in. He's the designated hitter for this game. And that will be... He is batting 19 home runs, 56 RBIs, 228 batting average. With Ryan Howard holding Trio at first. 2-2 pitch. Oh, it got past Ruiz, and it will go to the backstop, and that will be a wild pitch. So a wild pitch will move Trio to second. So there's 2 outs, and Luzinski is still up to bat. And a full count from Halliday here. Ground ball weakly to third. Polanco will throw it to Howard, and that will be the first inning. So no runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first with no score. So the bottom of the first comes up, and it will be Jimmy Rollins to lead off. Batting second for the 2011 Phillies will be Shane Victorino playing center field. Batting third, Chase Utley at second base. Batting fourth, Ryan Howard, the first baseman. Batting fifth, Hunter Pence, the right fielder. Batting sixth, Raul Ibanez, the left fielder. Batting seventh, Placido Polanco, the third baseman. John Mayberry Jr., the DH, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, Carlos Ruiz, the catcher. And defensively for the 1980 Phillies goes as follows. From left to right in the outfield, Lonnie Smith, Gary Maddox, and Bake McBride. Mike Schmidt plays third. Larry Bowe at short. Manny Trio at second. Pete Rose at first. Bob Boone will catch. Steve Carlton, who is on the mound. 24-9. For Carlton in 1980. He did win the Cy Young that year. So here we go with nobody out. Here in the bottom of the first. And a 1-1 pitch from Carlton. Fly ball down the right field line, and that will be Pence to grab it, and that will be the first out. So two versions of Carlton have pushed his team through in this tournament in the winner's bracket. This is the third time, and it will be for the 1980 Phillies. So Shane Victorino steps in, the center fielder, switch hitter. And he batted .268, 16 home runs, 63 RBI. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Carlton gets his first strikeout here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, and the left-handed batting Chase Utley, the second baseman, will step in. 11 home runs, 44 RBIs, .259 batting average. 1 ball, 1 strike from Carlton. Fly ball center field. And that will be Maddox to grab it, and that will be the third out. So 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, and we head to the second with no score. Okay, the top of the second is coming up, and Halladay, who finished second in the Cy Young in 2011. And it will be Gary Maddox, Bake McBride, and Lonnie Smith to bat. Gary Maddox batted .253, 11 home runs, 73 RBIs for the excellent fielding center fielder. 3 balls, 1 strike from Halladay. Weekly hit to second. Up to get it is Halladay, and he will not make the play. Or Utley will not make the play. And that will be an infield single for Maddox. So Maddox is at first after beating out that weakly hit ball to second, and Maddox will be held by Howard. Maddox can steal. Halladay will have to pay attention, and here's Bake McBride, the left-handed batting right fielder. .309 batting average in 2011, 9 home runs, 87 RBI. So Maddox at first, we'll see if he goes. First pitch, he does go. And the throw by Ruiz is late, and Maddox will steal second. So a stolen base for Gary Maddox after infield single. Puts him at second. And Bake McBride still at the bat, at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to strike first. Line to first, and there is Howard to grab it, and that's the first out. So 1 out. Lonnie Smith steps in. Right-handed batting left fielder for this game. Batted .339, 3 home runs, 20 RBI, and Gary Maddox leads off second here in the top of the second inning, and he struck him out on a cutter. Second strikeout for Halladay. And Maddox still at second base. Bob Boone steps in, the catcher. Batted .229, 9 home runs, 55 RBI. So Maddox still at second with 2 outs, and Halladay trying to get out of the second inning. Full count. That's line to second, and Utley is there, and that will be the third out. So a base hit, a stolen base, and he's left at second. So 1, 2, 3 otherwise, and we go to the bottom of the second with no score. Power hitting, Ryan Howard leads off for the 2011 Phillies. In 2011, Howard hit 33 home runs and 116 driven in, .253 batting average. So Steve Carlton will face Howard, Pence, and Ibanez here in the bottom of the second with no score. As of yet, ground ball sharply to first, and there's Rose, and he will grab it and take it to first, and that's the first out. So 1 out, and here's Pence. Hunter Pence playing right field. 11 home runs, 35 RBI, .324 batting average. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 1 ball pitch, ground ball to short. Over to get it is Boa, and that will be the second out. Makes the routine play to first. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second for Carlton. And Ibanez will step in, left-handed batting left fielder, who hit 20 home runs, 84 RBIs driven in. and 245 batting average. So 2 outs against Carlton. 1 strike pitch. Ground ball to short, not hit too hard. Boa takes his time and throws it to first. And that will be the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 again here in the bottom of the 2nd. And we still have no score heading to the 3rd inning. So we go to the top of the 3rd, and the 9th hitter, Larry Boa, the shortstop, switch hitter, steps in against Halladay. 2 home runs, 39 RBI, 267 batting average. So, here we go. 1 strike pitch. Grounded to short. Up with it is Rollins. He will make the throw to Howard, and that's the 1st out. So a pitcher's duel so far, as we're in the 3rd inning, and Pete Rose, who singled his first time, steps up to the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. That is a pop outside the infield. Oh, it's out into center field. And moving into it, get it, is Maddox. Or no, Victorino, and that'll be the 2nd out. I get him confused. We got 2 Phillies teams that I know very well, and I get them mixed up. So, pardon me. But Victorino makes the play. And here's Trio, the 2nd baseman. 2 strikes. Struck him out. That's his 3rd strikeout. Got him swinging on a fastball. And a 1, 2, 3, top of the 3rd for Halladay. And here come the Phillies of 2011 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Polanco, Mayberry, and Ruiz will step in. Polanco batted .277, 5 home runs, and 50 RBI. And a 2-ball pitch. Weakly hit in front of the plate. Out to get it is Boone, and he is late with the throw, as Polanco will have an infield single. The first hit against Carlton comes here in the bottom of the 3rd. A leadoff base runner. Polanco really not a threat to steal. They will not hold him at first. Mayberry to bat. He is the designated hitter. 15 home runs, 49 RBI, and 273 batting average. So Carlton has a base runner to deal with. 1 strike pitch. Polanco holds, sharply hit to 3rd. Over to 2nd, and over to Rose at 1st. Double play. 5 to 4, 4 to 3, and that quickly gives them 2 outs. The computer froze there a little bit. Sorry about that. So now the 9th batter, Ruiz, the catcher, will bat. 6 home runs, 40 RBIs, 283 batting average. Carlton looking to get out of this bottom of the 3rd. Full count to Ruiz. And that is inside. A check swing on a slider. And the first walk of the game by either team, by either pitcher. And it will go against Carlton. So the top of the order, Jimmy Rollins, who flied out to right field his first time. They will not hold Ruiz at first. So 2 outs and Rollins with a 2-1 pitch. That's popped on the right side of the infield. And under it is Trio, and that will be the 3rd out. So no runs, a hit, and a walk. And 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th with a scoreless game. Roy Halladay will face the 3-4-5 hitters for the 1980 Phillies. Schmidt, Luzinski, and Maddox. Schmidt struck out his first time. Here in the top of the 4th. And the first pitch. And rain is beginning to fall. Did we have a rain delay? No, we did not, I guess. So here we go. 2-1 pitch. That is flied out to center. Incoming is Victorino, and that will be the first out here in the top of the 4th. Greg Luzinski grounded to 3rd his first time. And the first pitch to Luzinski, the rain has stopped. Two-strike pitch. And he struck him out on a fastball in the inside corner. The fourth strikeout for Halladay. And it will be Maddox here in the top of the fourth. He singled, stole a base, was stranded at second his first time up. 1 ball, no strikes. That is lined to second and bobbled by Utley, and that will be an error. So Utley makes an error. And he didn't quite make the play the first time on Maddox on an infield single, so Maddox has found the weak link here, it looks like, in Utley to get on base. 2 outs, Bake McBride with Maddox at first. He is a threat to steal. See if he's on the move. 2-2 pitch, he holds. Popped on the right side of the infield, just in foul territory, and Howard drops the pop-up, and that will be an error. A second error. So, new life for Bake McBride with 2 strikes now. Full count. There goes Maddox. Lined up the middle, and that's a base hit. Maddox will end up at third. And McBride at first. So, the error on Howard lets the inning continue, and now McBride ends up at first base with the single. So instead of being out of the inning, Halladay has to continue first and third with 2 outs and Lonnie Smith. Bake McBride at first, Maddox at third. And what should have been the last out was turned into a little bit of a quagmire here in the top of the fourth for Halladay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's lined to right. That will cost Halladay a run, and the error is costly to him. 2 errors have led to that run, and it's 1-0. As Lonnie Smith drives in the first run of the game. On the play, Bake McBride goes to second. So, a 2-out single after 2 errors puts the 1980 Phillies up 1-0. So they make them pay there. And Bob Boone will bat. He lined out to second. We'll see if there's any more damage here in the top of the fourth. First pitch. That is flied out to left, moving very little, is Ibanez, and he will grab it. However, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left. So after 3.5, it's the Phillies of 1981 and the 2011 Phillies nothing. Carlton enters the game and goes to the mound with a lead now of 1-0, and Victorino, Utley, and Howard will bat. Victorino struck out his first time. One ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out, check swing, but it was over the plate, a slider, and that's a strikeout. So Carlton gets the first out, second strikeout of the game for him. And Chase Utley flew out to center field his first time. 1-strike pitch to Utley. That is lined into left center field. That's quickly getting to the fence. Over to get it is Maddox, but Utley will end up at second with a double. So a 1-out double for Utley as the 2011 Phillies look to get that run back. Ryan Howard grounded to first his first time. Utley at second now, within striking distance of tying this game. And the first pitch to Howard. That is flied out to center field. Over to his right is Maddox. Utley will hold as Maddox makes the catch. And that's 2 outs. So here's Hunter Pence, grounded out to short his first time as Carlton looks to get out of this inning. 2 outs. First pitch. And that gets past Boone and dribbles toward the backstop. And Utley will go to third. That's a wild pitch on Carlton. All right, so Pence now can drive in the tying run 90 feet away. 3 balls, no strikes, and that's a walk. So Carlton now has trouble. First and third and 2 outs. 2 walks now for Carlton against 2 strikeouts. And here's Ibanez, who grounded out his last time to short. Here's the first pitch. Grounded weakly to second. In to get it is Trio. We will make the play to first. And that will be the 3rd out. So, no runs, a hit, a walk, 2 left. 4 innings are complete here at Citizens Bank Park. And it's still 1-0. The 1980 Phillies lead. Larry Boa leads off the top of the 5th. And then it goes to the top of the order, Rose and Trio to follow. Boa grounded out to short his first time. And here's the first pitch. That's lined to left, and it will drop in front of Ibanez. So Boa gets a leadoff single to start things off, and here's Rose. Boa's at first. Howard will hold him. Rose is 1 for 2. Flied out and singled in 2 trips. First pitch to Rose. There goes Boa, a bunt. And Howard will field it and get it over to Halladay covering. So it's a sacrifice bunt. Puts Boa at second. All right. 1 out for Trio. Manny Trio has struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. Boa's at second now. 1 ball, no strikes. That is well hit to left field for Trio. Back at the fence is Victorino, and he will not get it. Manny Trio has just hit a 2-run home run off Halladay on a changeup. And the 1980 Phillies now lead it 3-0. That was well hit to left center field, 397 feet. And now the Phillies of 1980 lead it 3-0. With Mike Schmidt stepping in here in the top of the 5th inning, it's 3-0. 0 for 2 is Schmidt. 1-2 pitch. And he struck out again. Second time Schmidt has struck out. Strikeout number 5 for Halladay. 2 outs. Here's Lazinski, 0 for 2. And a 1-1 pitch. That's well hit to left field. But back at the warning track, or toward it, is Ibanez. He will grab it. And that will be the 3rd out. So that one stayed in the ballpark, but Trios did not. A 2-run home run highlights this top of the 5th inning. And now the Phillies of 1980 lead it 3-0. And will that be all that Steve Carlton, this version, 1980 version, need to get the 1980 team through to the 2nd round? So Polanco, Mayberry, Ruiz will bat. Polanco singled his first time. And a full count. And that's outside. It's a walk. Leadoff base runner, 3rd walk for Carlton. So he actually has more walks than he has strikeouts, which is very unusual for Carlton, known as a strikeout pitcher in his day. So Polanco's at first. They will not hold him with Mayberry up to bat. Mayberry grounded to second his first time. And here's the first pitch. Grounded to third. There's Schmidt. Over to Trio, to Rose, and there's another 5-4-3 pitcher's best friend. Second time Mayberry has grounded into a double play. And that's 2 quick outs. So Ruiz is up with 2 outs. He walked his first time. This inning playing out just like the 3rd inning did for the 2011 team. And here's the first pitch to Ruiz. That's lined to second, and there's Trio to grab it, and that will be the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, nobody left. We've played 5 at Camden Yards, or not Camden Yards. I'm thinking of the Orioles. Citizens Bank Park. And it's 3-0, 1980 Phillies. I have Camden Yards on my brain for some reason. I'll eventually get to an Orioles tournament. But it's Phillies time. And here's Halladay here in the top of the 6th inning. Down 3-0. His defense let him down in one of the innings. And it'll be Maddox. He reached on an error. He has singled. He has also stolen a base. So he's 1 for 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to second. He likes to hit it to Utley, and Utley will finally get him. So a ground out for the first out. And here is Bake McBride. He's singled, and he's lined out. 1 for 2 in this game. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's lined to third, just over third baseman's head, Polanco, and toward the line, Ibanez will grab it, and McBride will end up at second. So a double for McBride, who now is 2 for 3. With Lonnie Smith up to bat, he drove in the first run for the Phillies back in the 4th inning. So another run available at second in McBride. And here's Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's lined over the third baseman's head, Polanco, and here comes McBride. And Smith will hold at first. On a single, he knocks in another run. And it is now 4-0. So another base hit and the second RBI for Lonnie Smith. Puts the 1980 Phillies up 4-0 here in the top of the 6th inning, and Halladay is up to 89 pitches. Lonnie Smith being held at first. He is a stolen base threat with Bob Boone 0 for 2. Stepping to the plate. And here's the first pitch. Ground ball sharply up the middle. Rollins will make the play to first and get the fielder's choice out at first base. On the play, Lonnie Smith goes to second. And that will be 2 outs. So a 6-3 putout. And now Smith is at second with 2 outs. And Larry Boa, who has singled and scored and grounded out. No more runs needed to give up here for Halladay to put them further behind. He needs to get out of this. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is popped high in the infield. And there's Rollins, and he will catch it. And that will be the 3rd out. But a run, 2 hits, and 1 left. After 5 1/2, the 1980 Phillies now lead it 4-0. Steve Carlton faces the top of the order here in the bottom of the 6th. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the 1980 Phillies. No runs, 2 hits, and those 2 costly errors for the 2011 team. And here's Rollins 0 for 2. Facing Carlton. And a 1-2 pitch. Struck him out on a slider. And that will be the 3rd strikeout for Carlton. Against 3 walks. And here's Victorino. Struck out twice. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's well hit to left field. Back at the fence is Smith. He will grab it right at the wall. So Victorino gave it a ride to left field, but ballpark was just big enough to hold it in. So the best hit so far by the 2011 Phillies just ends up to be a long out. And here's Utley. He is 1 for 2. He is doubled and flied out. 2 outs. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's low. That's ball 4. So he will reach base for the 2nd time in this game, and that will lead to Ryan Howard, who is 0 for 2. Utley leads off first. Pete Rose will hold him, and Carlton with a decent pickoff move. Here's Howard. 1 ball, there goes Utley, and Boone will throw him out. And that will be the 3rd out. So caught stealing. As Boone gets out Utley, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've reached the 7th inning, and it's 4-0. The 1980 Phillies lead this game. Here's Holliday with 95 pitches. He has faced 27 batter in Pete Rose. Trio and Schmidt will bat. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball. The first, Howard to his right. He will make the play to Holliday covering. And that's the first out. Manny Trio, who has homered to drive in 2 and struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. So he's 1 for 3. Had the big blow of a home run in the 5th. 1-strike pitch. Ground ball to the third. Polanco over to grab it. Will throw to Howard, and that will take care of Trio. So 2 outs, and here's Mike Schmidt. Struck out twice, flied out to center field in 3 trips. 2 outs. And a full count to Mike Schmidt. And he struck him out on the inside corner on a fastball, looking, and that will be the 3rd out. That might be the last batter for Holliday. He has 6 strikeouts. So we've reached stretch time here at Citizens Bank Park, and the score is 4-0 1980 Phillies. I will stretch here for a minute and see what's going on. Sounds like it's raining. All right, we're back here. Bottom of the 7th, and Howard steps in. He was at the plate when Utley was caught stealing to end the inning in the 6th. Over 2 is Howard, facing Carlton. Full count. Line sharply down the left field line, cutting it off before it gets to the corner, and Howard will try second, and the throw is late. So Howard starts the inning off with a double down the left field line. He did leg it out here for a double, and here's Pence. 0 for 1, he has walked. So Howard's at second with nobody out. 2 balls, no strikes, and there's Carlton, weakly hit to him. Throws it over to Rose and keeps Howard at second. So 1-3 put out for the first out, and here's Ibanez. Ibanez is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. So they have a chance to get a run here to trim this lead, or this deficit. First pitch. And that's pretty well hit out to center field. Maddox drifts back to his left, and he will grab it. Covers a lot of territory out there in center field, but didn't have to move too far that time. So 2 outs. Polanco is walked and singled. Howard with the leadoff double, still at second, with Steve Carlton at 76 pitches. First pitch, and that's lined to center. That might have a chance. Maddox comes in to grab it, and he will be late with the throw to home plate, and the first run of the game for the 2011 Phillies trims the lead now, or the deficit, to 4-1. So they finally got to Carlton here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's 4-1, and it'll be John Mayberry, who has grounded out twice. So Polanco does come through. He leads off first. They will not hold him. 1 ball. Grounded to short, and it's up the middle. Boa did not make the play. And going to third is Polanco, and he will be safe. So Mayberry will end up at second. Polanco takes advantage and goes to third base. So that will be a single that turned into a double. or turned into second base on the throw, I believe. Let's see if that's right. I think it's a single. So Carlton now. Single. Yes. All right. So second and third now with 2 outs. And Carlton in a little bit of a jam here, trying to get out of this with only 1 run given up. So Ruiz is walked and lined out, 2 outs against Carlton. 2-strike pitch. Grounded to short, and there's Boa, and will make the play to Rose, and the damage is stopped at 1 run. So 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left. We've completed 7, and it's 4-1. The 1980 Phillies lead. Halladay has pitched to 30 batters, and he will be done for this game as the heart of the order will come up. 109 pitches, and he will give way to, let's see, they have Luzinski, Maddox, and McBride. And they will go with Kyle Kendrick. So Kyle Kendrick will come in to pitch. He's a right-hander. So total batters 478 and 34. Okay. All right, I got to mark my card here. Okay, Kendrick is in, the right-hander for the 2011 Phillies, 8-6 record, 3.22 ERA in 34 games. And he will face Greg Luzinski to lead off here in the top of the 8th. Drew a little closer, did the 2011 team, but still trail by 3. Full count from Hendrick, relieving Halladay. Grounded to second. Not too hardly hit, and Utley will make the play, and that's the first out. Gary Maddox has reached on an error and scored, and he has singled, he has stolen a base. So he's 1 for 3. 1 out. Here's a full count from Kendrick. Struck him out in a fastball, so 2 outs. Bake McBride, he has doubled and scored, he has singled, and he has lined out, so he's 2 for 3 in this game. And here's the first pitch from McBride, or to McBride. Grounded to second, there's Utley, and he will make that play. So, 1, 2, 3 for Kendrick here in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th, score still 4-1, 1980 Phillies lead. And the 4th time around to face Carlton at 82 pitches. Jimmy Rollins, Victorino, and Utley will bat here in the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 3. The bullpen is up for the Phillies, but Carlton will start this inning. 0 for 3 is Rollins. Here's the first pitch from Carlton. And that's lined out to left field. That will start the inning off with a base hit. So Rollins leads it off, and here's Victorino. And my headphones are stuck. Okay. So nobody out. Rollins at first. He has a stolen base threat, but they're 3 runs down, so we'll see if they are aggressive here. Victorino is 0 for 3. Hit the ball deep to left the last time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rollins holds, ground ball to short. There's Boa over to Trio to Rose, and that will end that threat. 6-4-3, pitcher's best friend that time. third double play turn by the Phillies in this game to help Carlton, and that's 2 outs now. And here's Utley. Utley is 1 for 2. He has doubled, and he has walked in 3 trips. 2 outs now. 1 ball, no strikes. That's grounded to short, and that's up the middle. Right past Boa trying to make the play. Couldn't make the play to his left. So now Utley's at first with 2 outs. So the double play helped him out. He still has 1 more out to get, and it's Howard. Could be his last batter with Pence up. Utley at first with 2 outs. Full count. And it's grounded to Boa. He will make the play to first, and Rose will bobble that one. Not a good throw from Boa. And Howard will reach on an error. I'm assuming the error is on Boa. Yep, it's on Boa. So now it's Hunter Pence to face Carlton, and that will be it for Carlton in this game. So he will end here in the 7 2/3 innings. He is responsible for the 2 batters as Hunter Pence comes up to bat. And they will go with Ron Reed. So Ron Reed will come in to pitch. He's a right-hander. To face Pence. Ron Reed, 7-5, 9 saves, 4.04 ERA in 55 games. So it's Ron Reed's job to keep this game at 4-1. 2 outs, Utley on second, Howard at first. Here's the first pitch to Hunter Pence. Some drama here in the bottom of the 8th. That is grounded up the middle, and that's a base hit. Utley will score. Maddox will get the ball in. It will be an errant throw, and Howard will end at the third base. So they missed the cutoff man, and Howard will go to third base on the missed cutoff man. And Hunter Pence comes in and drives in the second run. So 2 outs. And here's Ibanez, who is 0 for 3 against Reed. Howard at third, Pence at first. 2 balls, no strikes. Line to second, and Trio will grab it. And that will end that threat. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. No, 3 hits, 2 left. They do get a run. They draw it closer. We head to the 9th inning. The 1980 Phillies 4 and the 2011 Phillies 2. And Kyle Kendrick to face Smith, Boone, and Boa. Here in the top of the 9th. And here's the first pitch. Little number out front of the plate. Ruiz out to get it. And he has to hurry. And he will get Smith. So the first out. So Ruiz makes the play. It was a close play at first. And here's Boone, who is 0 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes. That is flied out to right. Off over to his left is McBride. He will make the play. 2 outs. And here's Larry Boa. 1 for 3. He has scored a run. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. 2 balls, no strikes. Little number Over to the right, and Boa will beat it out as Kendrick is late to make the play. And Boa will get an infield single. And that will lead to Pete Rose, who is 1 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt. He has singled. So Boa's at first. They'll hold him. And here's Rose. I don't know if I said. Rose batted .282, a home run and 64 RBIs in 1980. He's a clutch batter. Long history with him. So here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boa's at first. Ground ball to short. Rollins up with it. And he will make the play to second on the fielder's choice. And that will be the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 9th with the 1980 Phillies leading 4-2. Polanco, Mayberry, Ruiz. And the bullpen for the Phillies will go with Tug McGraw. The closer, Tug McGraw, will come in to pitch. He's a left-hander. Tough closer. He was 5-4 with 20 saves in 1980. 1.46 ERA in 57 games he appeared in. He will face Polanco, Mayberry, and Ruiz with a 2-run lead to close out this game potentially for the 1980 Phillies to move on to round 2. 1 ball, no strikes against Polanco. Ground ball to short. Up with it is Boa, takes his time and throws to Rose at first. And that will be the 1st out, and here's Mayberry. 1 for 3. One ball, no strikes. That's high fly ball to deep left field. That is well hit. And it is gone. And Mayberry has hit a home run to push the 2011 Phillies 1 run closer. And now they only trail by a run. As Mayberry hits a solo home run 398 feet into left center field. And McGraw has been tagged here for the home run. And it'll be Ruiz to bat. So, a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 9th. And 1 out. 0 for 2 is Ruiz. He has walked also. 1 ball, 1 strike. Playing down the line, both at first and third, and right down the line, Ruiz hits it at first, and Rose will come up with it unassisted. So 2 outs for Jimmy Rollins. He is 1 for 4. He has singled. Tug McGraw trying to close this out for the 1980 Phillies here in the bottom of the 9th. 4-3 is the score. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jimmy Rollins. Grounded to second. There's Trio over to his right. He will make the play to Rose, and that will close out this game. As the 1980 Phillies hang on and win this one 4-3. So, Tug McGraw, even though he gave up the home run there in the bottom of the 9th to Mayberry, the Phillies of 2011 go down in this game 4-3, and the 1980 Phillies celebrate out in front of home plate and will move on to the round 2 in the winner's bracket. So we will go to the recap here, as all the 2000s teams of the Phillies will go to the loser's bracket. So that concludes this game. A disappointing finish for the 2011 team as they came up just short here in Game 4 of this tournament. And let's go to the recap here. I think Carlton will be the player of the game. He is not as effective as the other two versions of Carlton in this playoff or tournament, but he still gets the job done and wins this game. The save will go to McGraw, and the loss will go to Halliday, who pitched 7 innings. So, in front of about 13,000 on a cloudy day, wind blowing in, a little over 3 hours of fake time. The 1980 Phillies win this one 4-3. In the pitching department, Steve Carlton, like I said, won this game. He is the winning pitcher, 7 2/3 innings. Uncharacteristically, more walks than strikeouts, 4 versus 3. He threw 95 pitches. The save went to McGraw, who pitched the final inning, but did give up a home run to Mayberry to put a little bit of scare into this game for the 1980 Phillies. And Roy Halladay for 2011 team, loser of this game, pitched 7 innings, 109 pitches, struck out 6, didn't walk anybody. And Kendrick came in to close it out for the final 2 innings. In the hitting department and the defensive department, what really helped for the 1980 Phillies, 3 double plays helped them defensively. And on the opposite side, the 2011 Phillies, errors, especially in the, let's see, what inning was that? Where was it? It was in the, it was their first run that they got in the 4th. There were 2 outs, and Ryan Howard had a chance to grab a pop out outside of first base in foul ground, missed the pop up, and Lonnie Smith comes in and makes him pay, and hits a single and drives in Maddox with the first run. So defense hurt the 2011 team. Defense helped, in most part, the 1980 team in this game. As far as batting goes for the 2011 team, Utley had 2 hits and scored a run. Howard had a hit and scored a run. He doubled. 2 hits apiece for Polanco, Mayberry. And Mayberry did hit a solo home run there in the bottom of the 9th for the 1980 Phillies. A 2-run home run for Manny Trio. 2 hits for McBride. 2 hits for Lonnie Smith, who drove in 2 runs. And Larry Boa had 2 hits as well. So, let's go down the final line totals here. For the winning 1980 Phillies, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. For the 2011 team, Phillies, 3 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher, Steve Carlton. The save goes to Tug McGraw, and the losing pitcher is Roy Halladay for the 2011 Phillies. So that concludes this game of the tournament. The first round is now finished, and we will move on, and let's see what we've got here in the second round. So let's save it. Save season. Okay. So we've completed it. That was the best game of the first round. We ranged from 11-0 at the start in the first game, and we finished with a good game, 4-3 in this last one. So, but again, the 2008, 2010, 2011, and 2024 teams all lost in this tournament. So we will finish today and move on to see where we go. There are no games scheduled. What does that mean? Upcoming schedule. So we are going to the losers bracket with the next round of games. All right. Scores. So we are going to the losers bracket, and there is the games that will be played. First game will be played 2024 Phillies against the 2008 Phillies. And the 2011 team will play the 2010 team in the second game. And this will be the losers bracket games. So let's go to save. Let's go my 8-team tournament. Put 2011 out. 1980 moves on. And they win it 4-3. to 3. And the loser 2011 is right here. And they will face the 2010. So losers bracket games will be next. And those, again, will be the 2024 team against the 2008 team to start things off, and the 2011 against the 2010 team. Looks like the starting pitchers pretty much should be okay, with Sanchez against Myers in the first game and Cliff Lee against Joe Blanton in the second game. The loser of those games will be out of the tournament. The winners will move on and play each other in the losers bracket, or not play each other. They would play losers of the winners bracket. Losers. I don't know how to put that. The losers of the winners bracket will move and play the winners of the two teams coming up. So I guess that's how you say it. But 1980 moves on. So you can see 1980, 1993, 1976, and 1977 move on. I really want to see the 1976 play the 1977 team, because both teams finished with the same record, 101 and 61, and did not get to the World Series. So that should be, if I had a choice here, one of those two teams is probably going to win the tournament, but that's just my guess at this moment. So, but that's it from for this game, and the next time I get together with you will be the second round, and that will be in the losers bracket, and only two games. I think there's only about 14 games in the whole tournament. We finished 4, and they should go pretty quickly here from now on. So, but that's it. Baseball is still a couple weeks away for real time, and World Baseball Classic is kicking into gear over the next few days, and I saw the USA managed to go through in the tournament. We'll see how successful they are moving on and moving forward. But other than that, that's it for here, and that's it for today. And I will talk to you next time.